Thank you, traders. Welcome to the 21st of May. This is the main headline today. People speculating whether the 50 bitcoins that were moved from a wallet that has been dormant since pretty much the launch of Bitcoin, or the Satoshi, whoever he, she, they, what they are, if they are, did cause a bit of a dip in Bitcoin. Whether this is really a result of that news story, or it's just what's happening. Once again, this is failing to crack this 10k mark. If we don't see something soon, as I said yesterday, this is going to break down or up either way. There's no real trading signal that's telling me. You could argue the higher lows, but I just don't think that's enough of a signal to really give me direction of where this bad boy's going. RSI is about mid, PVT is looking around there. Volume's moderate, none of these big volumes. So let's see what happens there with the crypto. Back on the alt, I was looking at checking on Power Ledger yesterday. It looked like, this is in Aussie dollars, looking like it was getting that run up to the 15 cents, which is my target, a bit over at the moment. Failed, tried again, failed. It just, again, it's a bit like Bitcoin really, except with this one there is this upward slide, as you can see. Just whether it's going to consolidate here in this open water, see what happens there. So I got my eyes on that at the moment. Litecoin, again, this is in Aussie dollars. It's sort of doing its thing, just bouncing around. So I just feel like the overall idea of the crypto market at the moment is it's just trying to find some footing of where it wants to go. I think this halving and all these big drop-offs that we saw over the last week and a half, it's still trying to find out just which way it wants to go. I believe overall the way is up with everything else going on around the world, but time will tell for that one. Looking at WTI, this is considered it's overbought, but it's still going, and that's why I didn't want to short it yesterday. Normally RSI oversold like that, I would look at shorting, but there wasn't enough signals for that. Glad I didn't. It's continued to go up. At some point it will do some level of consolidation, but we're not there just yet. Also to this hurricane season that's looking like coming up, storm, hurricane, whatever. See how that's going to hit the US. I mean, the Gulf of Mexico, whenever we generally have hurricanes around there, we see price spikes, but there is more preparation around there. Same for the refineries as well. So obviously not good for life and buildings, but regarding oil and natural gas, the commodities, I don't know if they'll be as affected by a large storm season looking in there. Gold has continued to sort of consolidate, profit take. If things continue the way they do economic-wise, with this continual pressure between US and China dragging everyone else into it, which could further hinder the economic recovery from COVID, this does look like it's going to have legs to get up to the 1800 plus. I know some marks are putting it 1900 to 2000 before the end of the year. We're still clearly in a bull market. We can clearly see from here, what's that? That's about the 14th of March, just going up. But if we rewind even further to that, it has just been up and up and up. So, look, your strategy could be, if you think, if you're like me, I haven't issued longing things that are at at the top of the range over a longer term. This is on top of its range since the past 7 or 8 years. So I have a hard time longing it up here. Looking for another sort of leg up, and then I'll probably just take little short snipes. But it's always dangerous because there's a chance it could get legs and run. Let's say back here as well, as you can see, oversold here, but did have a drop off. So just watch your trading strategy with gold. If you're holding physical or non-leveraged trading, purchasing gold contracts at the moment is probably relatively low risk. As I said, if you're not on any sort of leverage or margin and can even potentially own the asset direct. ASX200 had a mixed day. It's a bit like Bitcoin really, just cannot break this mount. That said though, you can see these higher lows. At some point, if the sellers can't break these lower limits, it will eventually pop up, in my opinion. And I think as the recovery takes shape, it's going to generally go up anyway. Moving over in here, you can see the S&P 200 day, not much of a change. All ordinaries down. Not too much really, a bit of a mixed bag. And some of these stocks that were down today, they've really had a good run up over the past week. And some of the ones that are up, again, have been down over the past week. So I think it's just a bit of trader shifting. Nothing too exciting there. No major news releases that I saw come up on the shares I follow. So again, if your money's it depends on your trading strategy, but if you've got some money in shares, I would feel comfortable at the moment. I know there's lots of predictions of what's going to happen in Q3 with drop-offs and what happens after the demand may not return after the virus is sorted. But to me, I'd rather just be in the market and accept that risk at the moment. If there is another drop-off, a bit like what I was saying with Bitcoin before, I'm just going to accumulate. The long-term run for me is up. If we go back to the index, you can see, I mean, this drop-off here from Feb was definitely, well, not definitely, but let's go, it was here's when the notice really hit about COVID. If we ignore that, we were up around that 7,000 mark. So to think we've got a fair bit of way to go up, but to me, that is just opportunity. And yeah, it's going to go up and go down a bit, up and then down. I mean, if you do want to miss these upswings because you're worried about these downswings, that's really going to be the question. You've got to look at your equity positions and decide what level of risk. For me, happy to long. Every drop down, I'm just buying more, accumulating. And if there's a drop down to here, I'm just going to accumulate some more. It's the beauty of non-leverage, non-margin trading. Smaller profits, but you can sleep at night. So that's all the market wrap for today. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Pretty much not much direction at the moment. It's really at the moment a lot of things are treading water, just waiting for some direction which they're going to go. And I'm looking for some trading opportunities around that. If there's at pop of Bitcoin above 10K, I'll be looking at taking my profits and purchasing back in when it reconsolidates. Same for these shares. My shareholdings at the moment, holding for the longer term. There were some of them pop up 20-30% profits from where I bought in. I'll be looking at a partial sell just to lock in some of those profits, because as I always say, it's only a profit when it's in your pocket. Happy trading, and I will catch you all tomorrow.